Hi there friends, I'm Oscar and I will be your host in this webinar series from Crayon, and I'm so happy to see you here. As you can see of the title on top here, it says get every employee connected and have their voice heard. And this is a clear and bold statement, so let's take a closer look at how Workplace from Facebook and Crayon can help you out. Who are you? Well, I guess I will find out when you connect with me on LinkedIn afterwards. That's a hint. That being said, we are hoping that you are one of two things. Either an HR person interested in learning more about Workplace before making a decision to buy it from Crayon, of course, or maybe a person looking for good arguments you can give to your organization's HR person so they decide to buy Workplace from Crayon, right? This exciting webinar series is divided into 3 different sections, or topics if you like. The first one is what is Workplace? And second, why should I buy Workplace? And how do I implement and use Workplace? If you Google what is Workplace, you will get 274 billion results in 0.56 seconds. And would you find it helpful? Well, but what if we ask 3 different people who are already using Workplace? What would be the result then? Hopefully, much more relevant information. You and I will quickly learn from them, right? So friends, let's start with the first question. What? What is Workplace from Facebook? And first of all, we're going to reach out to Gudmundur. He's the first one that we're going to talk to. And he hopefully will answer my call. Well, of course he will. Since we have planned for this. Now Gudmundur, you see he's a smart guy working at Crayon. His title is Director Channel Digital Transformation. That's a cool title, right? So let's call him. Okay, 2 seconds. Okay, good to see you, Gudmundur. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Gudmundur, the reason why I'm calling you, it's, we're talking about Workplace, and it's a fantastic product, right?
It is.
And you are kind of, you are in some way my, how can I put this, technical alibi. We're going to talk about what is Workplace from Facebook. And I have some questions for you, and hopefully you can help me out, to answer them, and maybe highlight some of the questions that also some of our potential customers has when it comes to Workplace. So, I mean, when we are talking about what, so I think you have to tell me, what is Workplace from Facebook?
Well, some people know that Workplace is kind of like Facebook for the workplace. So it's based on the same technical architecture and so on. This is a way to create community within your organization and even beyond your organization. It's about the people and the community that it can bring. It's a cross-company, cross-departments way to communicate in a much more stronger way than we have been able to do before.
That's very good, Gudmundur. And I can see that the way you expressed it, that this is close to your heart, and that's good. What is Workplace on a desktop compared to a mobile device?
Well, I would say it's a similar experience. It's easy to navigate, it's intuitive, and it's really comfortable using the mobile interface.
So I guess Workplace has learned a lot from Facebook when it comes to the mobile experience in this application. Does it work right out of the box?
Working out of the box, definitely. Those who want to get started, they could even go into the website now. They can sign up and try it out. There's a free version of it. And as soon as you want to take the next step to take it a little bit further, we are here to help.
Workplace kind of introduces me to a new ecosystem. If I'm very familiar with Microsoft, the Microsoft ecosystem, like Microsoft 365 or maybe Google G Suite or stuff like that, is it possible to have an integration between these ecosystems and make it work?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually better together because you can have data and Microsoft Teams, integrate that and expose it on Workplace.
I think that's a very good way of putting, for example, Workplace alongside with Teams. So thank you so much for that. I will come back to you and especially talk about why we should work with Workplace, and of course how we can do this. And so thank you so much for your time. I'm looking forward to see you next time.
All right, thank you too. Bye-bye.
That was an interesting chat we had with Gudmundur, and he said Microsoft and Workplace work better together. Now let's move on. Who's up next? Well, we are going to look for Benedicte. It's her turn now. She also works with Crayon as a product sales manager for Workplace by Facebook. So what she has to say will for sure be very relevant. So let's call her. Give me a second. Hi Benedicte.
Hi Oscar.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good to see you.
You too.
Good. First of all, I have to say that I'm very glad that you could participate in this webinar series for Workplace. As you know, we have separated this into 3 different topics. It's the what topic, and then why, and then how. So right now I'm gonna talk to you and ask you some questions related to what is Workplace from Facebook. And since you're a salesperson, you have a sales perspective, very customer oriented, and that goes along with the title. You're a product sales manager for Facebook, amongst other products at Crayon, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's true. Working a lot with Workplace out, at the customer sites as well as, with the actual vendor. So yeah.
Good. And you love Workplace, right?
I love Workplace, definitely. I do. I really do. No, it's a really, really great tool that benefits lots of organizations. So definitely love it. Yeah.
What would you say Workplace from Facebook is?
Yeah, and it could be, that answer could be really long, but I think from a holistic perspective, Workplace is a communication tool that connects everyone in your company. So it manages to connect the whole company, even the people that you have in the so-called, front line, which usually can be a challenge to connect. And it's secure. It's a complete separate platform from Facebook. It's safe and secure, and it's basically having, Facebook in-house in your organization.
It's a good way of putting it. So you were talking about what it can do for an organization. So let's say that I bought Workplace. What could it do for my organization or for the management in the organization?
So I think in terms for an organization, it definitely helps connecting everyone and allows everyone to have a voice and to share ideas across location and roles. It's a complete different pace now than it used to be if you go back 10 years.
From maybe a user perspective, and maybe also talking about groups, I read one of the white papers for Workplace, and it says a very long and difficult sentence here. I will try to say it without stopping, but it says it's breaking down conventional siloed structures and enable bottom-up ideas to blossom. So what does that mean, Benedicte?
Yeah, that's a very long and complicated sentence, especially we don't have English as our first language. But I think I can at least share my thoughts from a user perspective, because within Crayon we launched Workplace internally in December 2019. And we tried other communication tools, prior to it, and we didn't really have a lot of success with it. Because when we launched, it was actually instant success. And now we use it. We use it for all information going out to many. So we use it for news. It can be case wins or technology updates or new hiring or the Christmas party, obviously maybe reaching everyone now. Corporate sports, HR, management, organizational announcements. We use it for so many things, and we don't need any emails anymore. And we stream meetings, we have communities for different interest areas, it can be wine groups, different hobbies, and really add value in terms of culture as well. And then we create videos and updates and make some fun on the platform and really try to engage everyone to have a bit of fun and feel connected. And I think especially now during the situation that we're in with COVID-19, I think what we've seen in terms of management really engaging on the platform, creating guess whose crib small videos and just small and fun videos so that we really feel connected, even if we're sitting in the basement at our home offices.
What kind of organizations could benefit from using Workplace?
To be honest, Oscar, I think many organizations across business verticals could really benefit from Workplace. I think what we see, at least from a Norwegian perspective, but I will also guess from a more Nordic perspective, that organizational leaders tend to set, communication and culture quite high on the agenda. Especially now, in times where everything else is changing so quickly.
So Benedicte, what do I need to consider before implementing Workplace?
I think the most important thing, to be honest, and it sounds quite simple, but I think it's really something that people need to think about, is really identify the need of the company. What problem do you want the platform to solve? Now you have to find the purpose for why you need a communication tool, so that you can also plan so that the platform will meet its objectives. And it's a lot easier to go back, down the line to the milestones set for the platform and see if you've actually been successful. So find the pain, find the purpose, and make sure that the platform meets its needs.
Good. So have you been able to, based on your experience, identify some success factors?
Usually the organizations have the same kind of success factors. It's about connecting the company, It's about connecting the company on one platform which is familiar, and allowing everyone to have a voice and to actually express feelings and ideas to get the communication blossom. And I think that's basically what we see from all over, as well as, the knowledge sharing part of it, to share your expertise with other peers and the opposite way around. However, obviously, all companies are in different situations.
The last, final, very important question. I have two options. I can either buy Workplace online or I can buy it from Crayon. So Benedicte, what should I do?
I think it's really good, at least if you're a larger company, to consider also bringing a local partner maybe with you in terms of the project. And in terms of what we deliver, of course it depends on the size of the company, and it depends a lot on what you as the company would like to take on yourself. Because in the end, launching Workplace is also a project, and it requires teaching people a little bit of a different way of working, because everything is going to happen on the platform. So what we do in many cases is that we basically assist our customers from the birth of the project, from the startup phase, and we can assist them all the way out into the maintenance of the projects. And we also have, added value services in terms of integration solutions and so on that can really have our customers benefit even more from the platform. So we will hold your hand where you want to be held, if you can say it that way.
Yeah, you can put it that way, no problem. I really understand what you say. And thank you so much, Benedicte. I really think that you, in a very good way, clarified the what is a Workplace. And so I'm really thankful for being able to talk to you about that. And if it's okay, can I call you back regarding the why?
Yeah, absolutely. Just call me.
Okay, thank you so much. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
As you heard, Benedicte really knows how to relate Workplace to our day-to-day business operations. And she said, connecting the company on one platform. Now we are going to talk to the third person, that's Magnia. She's an end user of Workplace from Facebook, and we would like to listen to her experiences. Magnia works with HR at World Class in Iceland. So before we talk to her, I would like to show you a short video that gives us an introduction to World Class and also Magnia. So take a look at this video.
Við erum sem sagt stödd í World Class Laugum, hérna í Laugardalnum, og við vorum að innleiða Workplace og WorkChat. World Class er sem sagt stærsta líkamsræktarstöðin á Íslandi. Workplace er að fara að auka flæði upplýsinga og þekkingar í fyrirtækinu ásamt því að efla starfsandann, fækka tölvupóstum og það bara koma öllum starfsmönnunum saman. Við hjá Workclass erum rosalega spennt fyrir að byrja að nota Workplace og erum rosalega spennt fyrir framhaldinu og vonum að Workplace muni skila því sem við erum að leita að fyrir fyrirtækinu.
Okay, great. I'm now setting up the call with her, like this. Hi Magna, there you are. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So how is Iceland today?
It's pretty good.
Good.
And we've had a good weather.
Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. I'm so glad that you could participate in this webinar series. And as you know, I have to call you maybe like 3 times. but the first topic that we're going to discuss is what is Workplace. So we know that you are one of the customers of Workplace from Delivered by Crayon. And I have some quotes from you. I think that was interesting because you said very clearly that this is going to increase the flow of information. And you also said something more, it's bringing the staff together. And at the end of the video, we remember that they said, we hope Workplace delivers what the company is looking for. So can you just tell me what triggered maybe the interest or the discussion internally on World Class Gym to do the implementation of Workplace?
I would say it kind of started in April when COVID started. All the fitness centers and literally everything here in Iceland closed, which was very hard for everybody. So it's all about the team effort, I would say.
Yeah, I can see that. And your industry was really struck hard by the COVID-19 situation. So what kind of effect can you say that this had on the employees, your co-workers?
Everybody was kind of like helpless. They didn't know about what was going on with their job. They didn't know what they could do, if they still had their job, or when Workclass was open again. And it was very difficult for everybody.
And how many employees are there at Workclass?
We have about 550.
Okay, and how many locations?
We have 16 locations and 2 of them are opening in the end of this month.
So why was you in the first place looking at Workplace as an application to use?
We're kind of trying to increase the flow of information and knowledge here in Workclass, strengthen the collaboration and the efficiency, and of course bring all the employees together. The work ethic. I mean, when all of the employees are happy, the workplace is happy.
Yeah, and then you're happy.
And I'm happy.
Yeah.
We just never really thought about going from Facebook to something else.
Okay.
Until this girl told us about Workplace, and we thought it was such a good idea, and we were like, oh wow, I think we can make a lot of changes right now.
That's good. And you clearly have experienced that Workplace is different than Facebook, right?
Yes, I mean it's very similar. It has the same features and literally everything is the same. But in my opinion, it's so good that everything that goes on Workplace is just work related, nothing personal. It's just work related, and I would say that's the good part about Workplace. And I love that it's in the Facebook features because I mean everybody knows how Facebook works.
Yeah, that's true. In the time that you now used Workplace, have you seen any features or benefits within the Workplace application that you would like to highlight or say that this is a great thing?
Yeah, I definitely like the knowledge library. I put all the information about the company on there. So if any of the employee gets a question from a customer that the employee doesn't know the answer for, he can go on the knowledge library, find the answer instead of answering the question wrong, not answering it, or even call the office to answer it. So I would definitely say that the knowledge library is my favorite feature on Workplace, and I think it's helping everybody.
Yeah, I can see that because that's kind of the place to go when you have a question. It's and of course related to the business. I would like to thank you, Magna, for taking the time, and also at the same time I will ask you, is it okay that I call you again talking about maybe why you choose to go with Workplace?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, see you next time then.
Definitely.
Good. Bye.
Definitely.
It was really great to talk to Gudmundur, Benedicte and Magna, and as she said, For her, the knowledge library is her favorite feature on Workplace. So, of course, we need to check that out. I'm positive you will appreciate the 2 next calls with them in the next 2 webinars. So, what should you do now? It's super easy. You have to Google Workplace and Crayon, follow the top result on the Google webpage, directing you to Crayon Global, and then choose your country and then call or email us, please. And of course, then you have to check out the next episodes in this webinar series. We're going to discuss the big why use Workplace. So I see you there. So until next time, that's all, folks.